Hey, Hound Dogs, I'm David Hankins,
I'm Paul Hankins and Trevor Hankins.
and you're on the air with Power Squared. We decided tonight to talk about Record Store Day, which was last Saturday,
Yes.
and talk a little bit about what what we got and why, and then what is the coolest thing we've gotten at a Record Store Day, because we've been going to them for at least 15 years, maybe,
Yeah. Yeah.
or longer. So there's got to be something really cool that we've gotten at a Record Store Day. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to at least kind of talk about that.
Right.
And if anybody has any comments, feel free. All
You
right.
could probably glean from that statement we are fans of physical media.
Yeah, trust me. You don't see around us, but there's tons of it. All right. So this last Saturday,
Well, what is Records
or,
Day?
okay, Record Store Day is a chance to give for independent record stores, because that's all that's left really now. A chance to bring people in to look for special vinyl that's for that day.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's exclusive to Record Store Day. Sometimes it's starts at Record Store Day and we have a wider release later, but some special version of it for Record Store Day.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff is usually on vinyl. There's occasionally CDs and tapes, but usually it's vinyl, and usually it's record albums, and usually they're, I'll say, a little overpriced for what a vinyl album should cost.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Well, this isn't the 50s or 60s.
no, but I mean, sometimes they'll be over $30 when I think you can get some vinyl albums for in the 25 to 30 range.
Yeah.
That's all I mean. And sometimes there are these sets that are hellaciously high, like over $100.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of go in with the budget, I guess.
Right. Yes.
Because some cool stuff. It's kind of some stuff that's kind of cool, but I don't think I want to spend $70 on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what Record Store Day is. And we still buy vinyl. We still buy CDs. We still buy.
Yeah. Because sometimes on Record Store Day we've looked at multiple record stores.
I forgot to bring the thing over. At this latest Record Store Day, I found an 8-track tape
Right.
from 1968 or 9,
Yeah.
and which I should have brought. I forgot to bring it over. So it was "Life with the Lions." It was a John Lennon and Yoko Ono album that I can't imagine anybody, not that many people bought anyway, but I can't imagine it would be bought on an 8-track tape. So it was just this. It was like $5 or something. It was just really kind of cool little item, kind of historical more than anything else. But I didn't get that to play. I have the album actually, but it's not one of the things I play very often, if at all. Anyway, because sometimes you buy vinyl there at Record Store Day and you don't necessarily play it because it's
Right.
kind of cool and you want to keep it pristine,
Yeah.
which kind of defeats the whole purpose. But I digress.
So anyway.
So do you guys like going to Record Store Day? Is there's usually at least our nearest record store has like a sale going on that day too, which I think most of them do, because once you're in the door,
Yeah.
you want to buy something that's come away with something. So you want to talk about this Record Store Day?
Sure.
Okay. So there was a lot of records out, and there were some cool things. Like there was a little Rolling Stone 3-inch record player and some 3-inch singles they put out, some of their bigger songs. That of course was long gone by the time if they even had it at the store.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have to realize that the editions are 1,000 and it's all over the world. So it's like chances are sometimes you're not going to get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's 3,000. Usually there's not just an endless number. So so something like that was long gone before we got to the counter, if they even had it. I didn't see anybody with it, so who knows. So one of the things I asked about a bunch of albums which they didn't have, and I said, "Do you have the Harrison?" And the guy goes, "Yeah." And he handed me both, which I was kind of planning on getting one maybe. So this is the Extra Texture, which was actually I liked the album when I first heard it, but the thing you get it for is it's zoetrope, and the vinyl is just reflects really well. But when you play it, the images move around the
Yeah.
and so I was gonna probably get that one, but since I had both in my hand, I got them both. And this one is Dark Horse, and again the vinyl is what you're shopping for, because it does make kind of this design going around the turntable.
Yeah.
Which of course I haven't played because they're still in the sleeves. On my way over to look at what they had, I saw this in the for sale. It turns out it's a George Harrison. I like George Harrison. I didn't realize that's all I was going to buy there, but this was a single he put out. This was only available in England, and it's a special version of When We Was Fab. And the box I know was kind of dented when I bought it, but it was as a poster and a little standee kind of him and Sgt. Pepper outfit. Anyway, so I just sort of saw that and hadn't seen it before, so I grabbed it.
When you buy used, you kind of get what you pay for.
Yeah. And again, I was paying for hey, I don't have to go to England and look for it. Something that I was interested in.
So it saves you a plane ticket.
One of the albums they had, which was a 4-record set, so I can imagine that was probably 100 or more for it, but it was Crosby, Stills and Nash, the individual soloist records, and then sort of a rarities record, or of all, different tracks from all 3 of them. And of course that wasn't available when we were up there, but I had one of the things they show was the songs that are on the album, and I found out that one of the songs I liked of Graham Nash was on this album, Song for Beginners. So I bought that while I was there because I really liked the song Military Madness. Well, that's where it's from. So I bought that, and it also has a DVD with a different mix of the album, which is kind of interesting, which I have not listened to yet. But I thought that was kind of cool, so I grabbed that. And I had when I was in college, instead of English classes, I took blues lyrics, and some other lyrics, Bob Dylan lyrics, and those full credit. So they're kind of cool. But so I sort of got an appreciation for the blues, and this was sort of a kind of a cool little set of 40 blues songs. It was like under $8 with the sale, and it's people I am somewhat familiar with, like Robert Johnson and Blind Lemon Jefferson, and it's got Muddy Waters and B.B. King and Elmore James and a lot of people you've heard of on here. So I thought it was kind of a cool little collection to get. It's from the EEC, which is European, so it's kind of weird. It was like really cheap, so I got it.
I'm remembering for some reason it was reminding me as a plot point in an episode of Metalocalypse. But it was like metal has some roots in blues music.
Yes. Yeah, blues was a foundation for metal.
Yeah.
Like early-ish stuff like Led Zeppelin, definite blues influence.
Yeah, a lot of the British bands were playing sort of their version of the blues, and like the Rolling Stones started out as a blues band, and a lot of groups like Led Zeppelin came from that same tradition.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's not surprising that influence would creep into their music as well, or be a part of. Yeah. So it's and some of the stuff, Robert Johnson makes sort of an acoustic guitar with the sound of electric, the way he plays it. I mean, there's some really, they're pretty good musicians for what they were doing.
Yeah.
They're not, going to be Hall of Fame guitar players, but they did some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not surprised. That's kind of a cool little thing to realize, because it influenced a lot of music.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess the stuff we got.
Yes.
So I'm gonna try to hold this in a way that doesn't somehow dox us, but
Okay.
I found this album that's Warner Brothers sound effects,
That's pretty cool.
This.
and we actually listened to it. The way that one is done, it sets up stuff and or kind of makes sketches around some of them,
Oh, cool.
and has answering machine stuff, and even gives you the background music from the answering machine stuff, so you can make your own.
We had previously found something like that where it was Hanna-Barbera sound effects.
Yeah. So found Chinese Democracy by Guns N' Roses, also known as the Duke Nukem Forever of music, as it took over a decade for it to actually be recorded and come out.
Okay.
For one reason or another. The main attraction was Buckethead was a member of Guns N' Roses for like 5 minutes,
Uh-huh.
so he's on there for one song.
Specifically, Shackler's Revenge.
Yeah.
Do you go, wow, that's Buckethead?
Well, not as much. I mean, he did the main riffs,
Mm-hmm.
but the solo was done by another guitarist, Bumblefoot,
Yeah.
who was actually really good.
Hope so.
It's just like a part of me kind of wishes Buckethead also did the solo
Yeah, that's kinda
because of
weird.
how good he is, but
Yeah.
You think that's why they'd have him in the band?
hey, Buckethead is in Guns N' Roses.
Actually, every time we go into a record store, the first thing we look for is Buckethead.
Yes, because we found rare stuff. Like one time at another store, we found a out of print album. So like, oh, cool, if I have it.
This.
There's this compilation of
Um,
electronic stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
We occasionally get stuff like that. We found out there's this group, Midnight Syndicate, that does that makes soundtrack music,
Okay.
including licensed stuff. One of them was officially licensed Dungeons and Dragons soundtrack.
And which Dungeons and Dragons was this?
Just the game,
Okay.
like
Okay.
the tabletop game.
All right.
Yeah.
They also did soundtrack for a board game, Zombies.
So, are you supposed to play this while you're playing the game, or is this just to remind you of the game?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I never have heard of the soundtrack for.
One metal band I like is Nightwish. I found one album that I didn't have, Human Nature.
Okay.
It's 2 discs, and the second disc is one track. It's broken up into parts. Also found the soundtrack for Paprika, which is a Satoshi Kon movie. I believe that one got ripped off as Inception.
Yes.
Hey, different medium, you know.
We also really liked the Aquabats, so it was cool to find an Aquabats album we didn't have.
Now, we actually met the Aquabats
Yes.
at Comic-Con.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. The album in particular is Aquabats versus the Floating Eye of Death.
All right. Yeah, did you get an exclusive
Yes.
from this one?
Yes, I did. It's in here. So I got a vinyl release of Hidden Treasures by Megadeth.
Okay.
Hidden Treasures is an album I would recommend in general because it collects a bunch of B-sides and 30s into one spot. This is the back. And this is also supposed to have 4 Japan-only bonus tracks.
Ooh.
So I thought it was
Saved you a trip to Japan.
cool to find Megadeth
Okay.
vinyl.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So, one of the reasons you go to Record Store Day is to sometimes look for something really cool
Yes.
that's not available anywhere else. Is it 2024? The to celebrate the Beatles coming to America, they came out with like the Stones this year, a 3-inch record player with some 3-inch singles that went with it, which was long gone by the time we got to the store.
Yeah.
And I ended up having to buy that on eBay. So that was kind of a drag. Paid a lot of money for it on eBay, which I still have, and I still have not reopened it. But later that year, that was Record Store Day, and then on Black Friday Record Store Day, which is there's trying to get into the Christmas buying spree. We were actually up visiting one of your mother's relatives in
Right.
Roseville, and we wanted to go to Record Store Day, and there was only like a couple record stores, and they weren't very big really. One of them was really pretty small, and they didn't really have the record store stuff we're looking for. And then we went to a second one, which was, like a, I don't know, it's kind of just this
Right.
good sized store, I guess, not huge. And you guys found a couple of CDs that you were interested in.
Yeah.
And I went up to
Yeah.
pay for them, and I looked over and I saw this was just sitting on the counter, and I'm like, and this too, and took it. So this is the follow-up to that 3-inch record player. It has really one single and then a box to put your 3-inch,
Yeah.
like a record box or a record bag. So this was a, wow, this is really cool just to find. And I would consider it kind of an out-of-the-way place, and surprised that nobody else had bought it by the time we found it. Kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, to me was really cool to have just come across on Record Store Day.
Yes.
That was 2 years ago.
So, cool thing. One really cool thing for me was 1 year. I did a whole episode about this, but I'm a huge Metallica fan. They're my favorite band. And one thing that was really cool was on Black Friday, like I guess it's now over a decade ago, they re-released the No Life Till Leather demo on cassette. And I don't remember how, but I have 2 of these. The reason is if I wanted to listen to, I could listen to one of them and keep the other sealed. / if something happens to one of them, I have another copy.
There you go. As long as they're kept 100 feet apart.
So anyway, No Life Till Leather demo was something I'd wanted to listen to. I still haven't listened to this.
Do you have any other version of it, or is it only available on cassette?
It was only available this way. My understanding is that's actually because they wanted to do this special set for it, but Dave Mustaine, who was
In the band.
in the band for 5 minutes, was kind of fussy about it, like over royalties, so that blocked them from doing the full set that they like full release on other mediums or whatever that they wanted to do. They were able to re-release it on cassette.
So this is theoretically what they would have turned in as a demo?
Yeah. This is actually the No Life Till Leather demo is actually what made Metallica into a big name early on because of tape trading.
Oh.
So people would duplicate it. And
Yeah, there was always the kind of lose quality as you go through the tape transfer.
yeah, I think I read someone in a discussion about this. Someone said they had one that was like a recording of a recording of a recording of a recording.
Yeah. Yeah. See, lose quality. That was one of the cool things when CDs came around. You could copy it and pretty much retain the same.
Yeah, it's the original. So,
mix.
yeah.
Cool. Have you heard these songs elsewhere?
Yes. This kind of turned into Kill 'Em All, as this is most of the songs on there. But what's interesting is that this captures a specific point in Metallica's history.
Cool.
That's why I wanted it.
Right.
couple of cool things that I've found.
Okay.
I've gotten at Record Store Day. One of them is you might have guessed from like when we did a month about it like a couple of years ago. I'm a big Transformers fan.
Another shock. Really?
So one thing I got was this a 30th anniversary Transformers the movie soundtrack on vinyl.
So that's kind of old. I mean, it's 30 years, so it's at least 10 years old.
Yeah. That's still neat that I
Yeah, it's cool.
found it. Yeah, it's the soundtrack, but on Autobot red and Decepticon purple etched vinyls.
Oh, cool. So is it the set is either red or purple, or is it
It's
each
both.
disc?
There's one Autobot disc and one Decepticon
Cool.
disc.
All right.
I guess not a disc, but you
But
get
it's-
the idea.
That was a big disc.
What is a laser disc? It's a vinyl, but it's optical. Imagine a DVD, but it's vinyl size.
Right. Right.
What's a DVD? I can't help it. It's what they made before Blu-rays.
It's a Blu-ray. All right.
Really cool thing from Record Store Day. Yes. A really cool thing I've gotten from Record Store Day was there was a vinyl for like Tron Legacy. There's a few, like 4 tracks from the Tron Legacy soundtrack.
Which is Daft Punk.
Yes. I'm a big Daft Punk fan, so of course and there are multiple, another cool thing is that there are multiple versions of this, and I managed to get all 3.
All right. Those are some pretty cool things. Again, those are things that are only available on Record Store Day,
Yes.
or you pay a fortune for them on eBay.
Or you pay a markup later.
You pay for somebody else having that experience.
And then sometimes if Record Store Day thing doesn't sell, the record store might have it next time.
Well, I've also noticed that if you missed out on something for Record Store Day, if you go to the Record Store Day website, there's a market, and the record stores that still have the stuff left
Yeah.
over, you can buy it from them online.
Yeah.
So, and I've also signed up for Record Store Day, and I can't remember the name of the record store, but it was a record store in Madison, Wisconsin. You could sign up. I think that's where I got one of the Tron
Yeah.
discs from. And if it's left over, you've already ordered it, so they'll send it to you. So it's kind of a blind bag. Yeah, you might ask for 3 or 4 things and get nothing, or you might get them all. And you might have already bought them because you didn't know you were going to get them from Madison, Wisconsin. It's kind of but it was nice. I think that was a nice little offer they had. And I think a lot of stores may do that too. I don't know. I just stumbled across them.
Great. I'll be honest, I don't remember if the Transformers thing, even though it's a Record Store Day thing, I don't remember if I actually got it on Record Store Day, but it was still a cool.
I want to say that, again, that was from the record store in Madison. We got at least 1 or 2 of them, or one of them.
Right.
But we also bought what we could find, because you don't know if you're going to get it.
Yeah.
And so there it was. We had bird in the hand.
Yeah.
And then, they came through as well. So we had to get it, so we ended up having a duplicate. But
I was talking about the Transformers. So.
sorry. I was talking Tron. Trans.
Transformer.
Yeah. Hey.
Hasbro has the rights to both.
You can see that happening.
Or Hasbro has the license to Tron now. So. That would be funny.
Yeah.
Alright, I don't remember if I got that Transformers set on Record Store Day, but it was still a cool.
Yeah, it's a record store day release.
Yeah.
Yeah, not everything that comes out Record Store Day is available to you.
Yeah.
But anyway, there is a market that called it, RSDMKT, and you can look for stuff, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Anything else about Record Store Day?
I think that's about it.
Right.
I just thought we could at least show another side of us to anybody that's actually watching.
Right, so if you are watching this on YouTube later and you like this, leave a like, subscribe to see more, and leave a comment below if you have any Record Store Day memories of your own that you would like to share.
All right. So until next time, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
I'm Trevor Hankins.
And you've been on the air with Power Squared.